Hi, I'm Kim.
I'm Brad.
We're 6260 Ohana, California, and tonight we're going to be talking about places to go for romantic date night dinners at Walt Disney World.
Yeah, these are the places I actually take my hat off to go to.
Yeah, that's a rarity.
So please like,
subscribe, and follow along with our Ohana.
Okay, so where we should start first.
Okay, so one of the things that Disney has, it's so unique in that there's different atmospheres and kind of different things that you could get maybe than your local restaurants. And
Yeah, they do have great food, and like Kim said, the atmosphere, and also, of course, you get those fireworks going off.
at some of these restaurants.
And of course, we're talking this after things get back to normal.
Yes. You talk about restaurants that are in the theme parks that we go to for a romantic date night and around the resorts.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to avoid Disney Springs because we haven't had a whole lot of experience at Disney Springs restaurants, although we've heard there's some great restaurants down there. If there are, please let us know down below in the comments.
Which one you would recommend?
Okay, let's start with Hollywood Studios.
Yes.
Okay, I think we're going to start there with the Hollywood Brown Derby.
They have a really nice, it reminds me of like what you'd think of classic Hollywood, the glints, the glamour of Tinseltown.
Yeah, it's definitely old time Hollywood. The prints are in there actually from the Hollywood Brown Derby while it existed before they tore it down.
The original in
Yes,
Hollywood.
The only thing with the Hollywood Brown Derby, it can get really noisy in there. So if you can, ask for the bamboo room. Kim and I ate there last time.
It was really nice.
Yeah, and unfortunately, if there's a celebrity there or some type of function going on, they will close it off.
Yeah, so just ask if you can, and we can't recommend it highly enough. We'll actually link our Hollywood Brown Derby dining review down below where you can see what that bamboo room looks like.
Yeah, but it was quiet. You can actually have great conversations, and
Absolutely.
and Hollywood Brown Derby has great food. Okay, so let's go over to next door to Epcot.
One of our favorite restaurants on property is La Salière, and that makes for a really nice romantic date night.
Yeah, and even if people say you're kind of like in a cellar, what's
It is.
this?
That's what
Everybody
translates
to, and it just has that intimacy to it. It's not that loud. It's great.
Low lights.
Yeah, it makes it perfect for that date night and a romantic dinner for two.
And it's nice and cool to get out of that theme park heat. It's really a great place. We love it.
And then, so from Epcot, we're going to go all the way over to Animal Kingdom.
For there, we pick Tiffin's. But one of the things that we would say is not to do their really big, grand gallery. It gets a little loud in there.
Yeah, I would do the Safari Gallery because the way the booths are set up, it actually makes you feel a little bit more intimate, close together.
It does, but it's not as loud in there. Or even in the Trek Gallery is pretty nice.
Yeah, and the Trek Gallery's not always open, is my understanding. So,
Yeah.
But it's a great food. I love the atmosphere. It might be a little bit more adventurous.
Yeah, it's just a great place. Different type of dining, and it's kind of cool with all the artwork around.
Okay, so our next stop is, of course, Magic Kingdom.
Okay, so there's kind of two on our list. The first one would be the Be Our Guest in the West Wing.
Yeah, Be Our Guest has great food, and we've always loved going there. But that is, again, with something else you want to ask for, is obviously the West Wing.
Just it's quieter, lower lights. The other two rooms are a lot louder.
Yeah, and there seems to be smaller tables, so you have more groups of 4 and 2 in there, so it does be a little bit quieter, more intimate, and it's darker.
Yeah.
Of course, why do I always want dark for date nights?
I don't know where that came from, but hey, it works,
you got
right?
Candlelight, right?
So the next one would be, we're on the fence on this one a little bit, is Cinderella's Royal Table. It can get loud.
Yeah.
So if you're not into a lot of kids, that may not be the place for you. But they do have some different tables on the outside towards the windows.
Yeah, and those are great for especially when there's fireworks. And I know there's a lot of people that request those because they want to get engaged there.
Or special birthday or anniversary or something like that. So it's something you definitely kind of have to ask for and hope if you get. But in those bigger rooms, sometimes it can get really loud. So if that's not your thing, it may stay off your list.
And that's going to be the problem with all the ones that are at the parks. That obviously you don't have the dress code, so you don't have to worry about what you're wearing. But you're going to most likely have more kids there.
Yes.
The only one I would say probably be a little bit better, maybe Tiffin's because of the adventurous menu.
But also you got to look at Cinderella's Royal Table kind of plays up to that whole fairy tale and romance. So it's got to make the list.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to move over from there, from the parks, to the resorts. And so I think we'll start with Narcosis.
We have spent so many anniversaries there. It is one of our favorites because it's a great view for the electrical water pageant.
And also the fireworks.
Happily ever after.
We love that. And just, again, it's that atmosphere, and it has that romantic atmosphere.
And it's surf and turf kind of menu, and it's really good. And sometimes they kind of throw in some like Florida taste and citrusy menu items. So I really like it.
Yeah, and again, it's just that atmosphere. We've actually sat and waited for our table over at the bar, and it was just great. We had a relaxing atmosphere. We always have great anniversary dinners there. And the nice thing is, we do dress up for this one.
Yes. The other one would be Victoria and Albert's. Honestly, we haven't eaten there. We want to, but we're saving that for a big anniversary.
Yeah, and that's a AAA 5 diamond rated restaurant. And apparently you have to wear
suits, gowns, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's meant for really dressing up, which we don't really tend to do on vacation too often.
No, that's not my, that's not, I usually don't go places and wear a gown to go to dinner.
But that probably will be for our big anniversary.
Yeah, one of them. Maybe we'll have to do it every big anniversary.
Yes.
I doubt it. I mean, I'm joking just because I like to play with Brad, but yeah.
And then the next one would be for us, would be Jitco at Jumbo House.
Jitco has a really great menu. I feel like it's one of those really underrated restaurants at Disney World.
Yeah, I think the thing with Jitco is because it's at Animal Kingdom, it's kind of far off. It doesn't get all the raves, but sitting there, you walk in there and you feel like you're in a fine dining restaurant.
And the food is really good. And then, of course, before and after, you could go out and look at the animals and kind of take a stroll out on the kind of the animal viewing area outside, and it's just kind of a nice place.
And it is actually pretty quiet in there. You have great conversations. You don't have to worry about having to talk over everybody.
And last time we were there, they had a band, and they were kind of playing softer music in the background, and it was kind of a nice atmosphere.
It was great. Yeah, only thing with Jitco, again, is at Animal Kingdom, so it is a bus ride there.
Yes.
From Jitco, let's go over to Yachtman Steakhouse at
the Yacht Club.
So this is a great steakhouse.
Yeah, we had a great dinner there. At the time they used to put little candles out on the table. I don't know if they do anymore because...
Yeah, the little girl got her hair a little too close and actually lit
caught on fire. So it wasn't that was kind of a strange evening, but...
But
she's fine.
It was a great place. We actually could talk as a family and have dinner there. But that seemed like that would have that very intimate feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a great place. The food was really good. I really enjoyed the dinner there. It was peaceful to walk outside, and I think we went over towards the boardwalk afterwards, and it was kind of a nice
It was a very nice evening. So from Yachtman Steakhouse, we're going to go to one of our top now new favorite restaurants, and that is Topolino's Terrace. Okay,
this incredible restaurant with the fireworks from Fantasmic over at Hollywood Studios to being able to see Happily Ever After over at Magic Kingdom. It is just, they have this terrace out there that's just beautiful to look out.
It overlooks the whole park. I mean, it overlooks all of Hollywood Studios. It's just a huge area. It's just beautiful to look at.
Well, and you can see so many different Disney landmarks out there. The food is out of this world. It's incredible.
It was really good. It's Italian food. I would say, Italian meets French.
Okay.
Would that be fair?
That'd be fair, because I had escargot, so I don't know.
I mean, it's kind of that mix, but it is just excellent food. And we both all loved it, especially that pistachio mousse dessert that it did.
Oh, so good.
Oh, that was so good. But the great thing about a lot of these restaurants is how you get there, too.
Right. Part of the nice thing that you get at Disney is sometimes the transportation if you're staying on property or coming from theme parks. So
yeah, it's like what we talked about with Jitco's the only one that we kind of hard because you're taking a bus.
Exactly. So, but if for us going in Narcosis afterwards, if we're staying over at the Poly on the way back, we'll take the boat. It's kind of a nice romantic little boat ride over on the Seven Seas Lagoon, and or at Topolino's Terrace, taking the Skyliner there and back. It's just
that gives you that Italian French Alps feeling because you're in those
feels
in the gondolas. I mean, it's great, and it's great. And there's a lot of different things to do around these areas that perfect for a date night. So if you got grandma watching the kids for one night, you get to sneak out.
We've done that several times.
Great. What's great about some of these restaurants that are on our list at the resorts, all you really need is to have a polo shirt and a pair of khakis.
Except for Victoria and Albert's.
It's Victoria and Albert's. And then the ones in the theme park, you can be actually in your regular clothes if you get a chance.
But I don't know about you guys, back home if we go on a date night, we don't arrive or leave anywhere by boat. So that's kind of a nice thing about Disney is, you feel immersed in that kind of evening.
Yeah. So let us know down below, is there any place that we missed or would be on your list?
Yes. The one we will real quick say that did not make our lists that might have been a little surprising for everybody is we did not include California Grill.
Yeah, and the reason for that for us is that we had, last time we ate, or when we ate there,
we didn't have the greatest meal.
Yeah, we didn't have the greatest meal, and we were literally, our chairs were hitting the other tables.
And quite frankly, for fireworks, I prefer to be on the other side of the Seven Seas Lagoon at Narcosis, and I just like that menu better.
So this is going off, obviously, off our opinion, and that's just right now is not good. We are going to give California Grill another chance at one time, and we'll see if it adds it to our list. So with that, I think it's time for us to say goodbye and
find your magic. Bye, everyone.